I am Judy Hatchett, and I am thrilled, absolutely thrilled to be your MC this afternoon at this event. For those of you who don't know me, I am the Women in Cyber Minnesota Affiliation President, and I am also a CISO by day for SureScripts. And so a little bit about WESIS while you guys are all gathering your seats. WESIS is Women in Cybersecurity, and we have affiliations in all states and almost all countries. It was founded in 2013 by a science grant at Tennessee Tech. Started out as a small get-together for women in cybersecurity and has now grown into an international organization that we are continually adding very diverse backgrounds, helping people get into cybersecurity, women transitioning into cybersecurity, starting out in cybersecurity, or advancing their career in cybersecurity. The Minnesota chapter has been around since 2019. As I mentioned, I am the president. I do have a vice president, Tina Meeker, who is our CISO at Sleep Number. Carrie Plagg, who is at our table back up over there. She is our secretary, and Amy Krebsbach is our treasurer. So please stop up at the table, sign up for a free membership, and pick up a koozie. We'd love to have you part of our affiliation. As with any event, we cannot put this on without our amazing, amazing sponsors. So I make sure I don't leave anybody out. I want to make sure I read from the list. I want to thank Astra, obviously FRSecure, that's why we're all here today, Rubrik, Recon InfoSec, Red Canary, and SentinelOne. Give it a big round of applause for all of our vendors here today. All right, as I mentioned, I am super excited to be here. What an amazing venue, Allianz Soccer Field. Who wouldn't want to be here? Maybe later, you know, a little friendly competition, get out there, kick the soccer ball around if you want to. I know I saw soccer balls out there, so it is definitely an opportunity for us. Looking forward to learning from each other, networking, having some great conversations, as well as obviously some hacks and hops. So, without further ado, I would like to bring up John Harmon, who is the CEO of FRSecure, and Evan Francen, who is one of FRSecure's founders. They are the true champions of cybersecurity and are committed to FRSecure mission on fixing a broken InfoSec industry. They have been instrumental in shaping direction of FRSecure and the industry. So John and Evan, welcome up to the stage.
Thanks, Judy. Appreciate it. I'll put in a plug for the WESIS koozies. You should definitely go check them out. I've been holding this thing for like 3 hours now. It's still cold.
We should stand up here, John.
It's all right.
It's like a pulpit. We should preach some good security here for these people.
Yeah. How many people's first time at Hacks and Ops?
Oh,
welcome, everybody. Really, thank you for being here. How many people have been to more than 2?
Wow.
Awesome, thanks for coming back, really appreciate it. So I'm John, this is Evan, we're with FRSecure, and just wanted to say welcome to everybody. I think there's a little clicker here, yeah. So if you don't know FRSecure, we're on a mission to fix the broken industry. I think if you've been in the security industry more than 5 minutes, you'll agree there's a few things to fix. And so our entire company, everybody you meet at FRSecure, they would love to tell you about how we're working on that and what we're doing. I'm not going to make a big speech about it here, but that's what we're looking for today. All of our sponsors, all of our exhibitors, all of our speakers, all of our attendees, we want to enlist you into this mission. How can we do things better? How can we provide better safety and security to our friends and family and our fellow citizens here on this planet? Right? We're security people. We know things that other people don't. We must act. We must do this. So please help us out and get in that mind frame as you're going through today. But real quick, what's going on at FRSecure? We're growing like crazy. Where are my FRSecure people at? Are you guys busy? Brad's like, no. Somebody get him something to do.
I got some stuff for him.
But we're leveling up methodologies. We're awesome humans doing awesome stuff. Really appreciative of the team and all the work they do. If you're not currently go look at our website and poke around a little bit. There's a lot of resources, free stuff, policy templates, all that fun stuff. But also we do a free CISSP mentor program. How many people have been through the CISSP mentor program? Right? Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's free, it's taught by real security experts. You should absolutely go check it out. We'll start it in the spring. We're also training vCISOs. Our sister company, Security Studio, and Evan in particular, have started a curriculum to help people level up and provide security services for other people, which is what FRSecure does really, really well. How many people here have been through the CVCISO program? Welcome, thank you very much. So the next class will be in October. So if you go, it'll link to the FRSecure website as well, or you go to securitystudio.com and sign up for that. But let me tell you what happens sometimes. So Evan is the visionary of FRSecure, right? He's the security brains. He's the guy who started the company. And he's one of these guys that has like 1,000 ideas a day. And then he comes to me and says, hey, I did a thing. I'm like, all right, what'd you do? Do I need to call a lawyer? Like, what's happening? You know, he's like, no. He's like, I built this thing and I think it's pretty cool and you know, I'd like you to look at it and see if it's something that maybe we could use. I'm like, all right, what'd you do? And he shows me this. It's a map of the United States, and every single county of the United States has a different color on it. And I said, what did you do? He said, well, I mapped the attack surface of every county in the United States for $250. I said, okay, all right, now I'm interested. What happened? So, Evan, can you very briefly tell us what on earth compelled you to make this map?
You said briefly. I don't know, some of you guys know me. This mission thing is really important to me. It's always been mission before money. Can you guys hear me? All right. This is weird, like talking to you guys like this. I can see the screen down there. John's here. What did I do? Oh, so I heard a thing of, we do a lot of posturing in our industry. Have you guys noticed that? Security people posturing, like bragging about stuff. That's a pet peeve of mine. You can go ahead and do it to me though, that's fine. But one of the things I heard was, I've consulted the last 4 presidential administrations on how to secure critical infrastructure. And I'm like, damn. I said, damn. I'm not supposed to swear.
We'll let that one go.
I could swear in Spanish.
I think all of us would have said the same thing.
Yeah. I'm like, that's impressive. Has the security of critical infrastructure gotten any better since you started consulting presidents? And then, you know, that went south quick. We're not friends anymore. But then I got to thinking, like, what would I do if I wanted to actually make a difference? And you know, if you've been around this industry long enough, you know what we did, right? President Obama signed an executive order, right? Out of that came NIST CSF. It's not mandatory. Here's NIST CSF, you know, and you looked at that from a perspective of like a water plant manager. They can't do that. Most of you can't do that. Most of you can't do NIST CSF well, right? And so you have to meet them where they're at. And so I think the place to meet them where they're at is to make them aware of their most critical vulnerability, right? We know that these attacks are coming from, they're not in the water treatment facility, right? They're coming from somewhere. And the most common method to get into these places is something with single factor authentication, right? Still, today, and it's like 2024? Yeah.
Last time I
checked.
checked.
Still do that. So I wanted to find every place, everywhere that's got single factor authentication, which then led to, I want to do the attack surface for the entire country, not just counties. The reason why you see counties is because I had to put it on a map that you could visually represent it, right? And so that's what it looks like with the counties. And it was crazy, 6 systems, or 6 virtual private servers, all open source tools, because I was also challenged by posturing people that, oh, you can't do that. well, you can do that. There's nothing to stop you from doing it. And then I got like, what else? Who gave you the authority to do that? Like, whose authority do I need to do that, right? None of it's illegal. And it's a stupid question because the attackers already did it. Don't you want to know what you look like? So you get through these things, and we're at this point now where instead of the open source tools, we need to put it into a platform that's more controlled, and then we need to invite other people. This is us. This is our country. This is our critical infrastructure. It's not my job to map the attack surface of the entire country. We can do this together. We can use this as an education opportunity. We can hold people accountable. So when you look at the counties like that, and the ones that are red, this is not a shaming exercise. Don't ever take this as a shaming exercise. This is a community exercise. You know, how can I help you? How can I help you get the budget that you need, get the attention that you need? So that's kind of where we're at now is we've got a pilot of developers are slow. Are any of you developers? You guys code really slow.
Yeah,
I think.
but
I don't know. Anyway.
So what happens from here is that we go, okay, does anybody actually need this, want this? Because it exists, right? I mean, there are attack surface management platforms out there. I think Security Scorecard and BitSight are probably the most notable. How many people here have, $10,000 or $20,000 a month to spend on this? Nobody wants to raise their hand? I mean, Drew kind of raised his hand, but then he stopped. You
got it?
No.
Oh.
So that's part of the solution, right? It has to be accessible enough and easy enough and have all the right data, but it also can't be prohibitively expensive, right? This needs to cost hundreds of dollars a month to be viable for a small county or a city or a small business or something like that. So we engaged an outsourced dev company called Judo, who have done almighty work in taking what Evan's done and codify it into a SaaS platform. It's called Mirror Defense. We have a booth up here. If you go see Seth over here, he'll get you signed up to be a beta tester and to kind of play with this, give feedback, get a free trial, that kind of thing. But we're launching it probably next week, so it'll be pretty quick. He's going to need an email address for you so we can invite you and all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to send this thing wide and see where it fits and see where it lands. We're going to put some concerted effort toward America's critical infrastructure, cities, counties, states, those kinds of things, because I don't think they're going to find this on their own. So we're going to go talk to them about it. But we think it has application just about anywhere. Even as a private citizen, I might like to know what the attack surface of the school that my child goes to school at, is. Can I log in here and scan that? Absolutely. It's already being scanned anyway. So go see Seth at the booth, help us out. I'd really like to get some feedback on this and see where it might fit. If you have any questions about Judo as a development partner, they do all kinds of things from custom software work to basic QA, outsourced QA kind of stuff. They've been a great partner of ours. I want to give them a little bit of a plug.
Yeah. So Mirror Defense is like Mirror Defense and then Project Broken Mirror. They're together. The Project Broken Mirror is the public sector.
Yeah, that's the stuff that we're going to be doing kind of for the government. We're going to go scan a lot more stuff a lot more often and start availing that information to people to try to help them out and figure out what we can do to get them back where they need to be. So
and one of the really cool things about that visualization I've been in this industry for a long time, and what I've always looked for is people to engage me, rather than me always trying to chase you down and try to help you secure your stuff. Mierda, that's how you say that word in Spanish. Instead of me trying to chase you down all the time, if you engage me from a social engineering standpoint, that's like awesome. So when I showed them that map, one thing that everybody did that I showed it to, they looked at their own county. All of them did. And they all said, why is my county blue, green, orange, whatever color it was, which was like a great opportunity for me to share why it was the way it was. And they're like, well, what can I do about it? I'm like, help. This is a community thing. It's not the IT director's job entirely to secure the county's, infrastructure. It's all of us, right? If you've ever worked in a county, it's hard sometimes. And so this is really exciting for me. And this is where I'll be probably playgrounding, is that a word? I'll be doing that more in this part than, I don't do business very well. John does that.
Yeah, so that's what happens. He comes to me and says, I did a thing, and I'm like, all right, cool, we'll do a business thing with it, I guess, and start
it's going to cost money, and I suck with money too. I got stories. If you want to know what I do with money, we can talk about it.
Our CFO just giggled at that. Yeah.
Where is she?
You're pretty terrible with money.
Where is she? Oh, there. Thank you for paying me.
All right, so we're going to wrap up and let y'all get on with the day. I'd like to invite Sarah. Sarah, where are you? Come up here, please.
Yeah, big round of applause for her, right?
Yeah. Sarah, thank you so much. This is Sarah Ronkanen. She put this whole thing on and has done a fantastic job. I think her and her team, a lot of the FRSecure staff, our sponsors and vendors, certainly. Sarah pulled all this together. Thank you very much.
Nothing to say, but welcome. We're so happy to have you guys all here. And
you got mad skills.
Thank you. I have a good team to rely on. It was a joint effort between all of us. So we hope you enjoy the speeches today. Have a great day. Thank you very much.
Enjoy the day, everybody. Thank you. Judy, welcome back.
Thank you, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Nice job.
Judy's awesome, by the way. I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
When these guys talk about the resources that they have on their website, I highly, highly encourage you guys to go look at them. I have mentored many, many security professionals, love doing that, and they always say, well, where do I start? And if they don't have the money to be able to afford things like that, or even to even know where to start, I point them to FRSecure's website and say it is a wealth of information. It is a great starting point for you. It is a great way to build your policy, your response playbook, etc. Just a ton of information. And over their CISSP program, seriously, that program has grown by leaps and bounds over the last 5 to 7 years. Absolutely amazing. Brad Nye is one of the teachers. Evan does a special appearance in there. A lot of really good educational material for you guys to be able to prep for your CISSP.